Alright guys, 1TF here, and I thought I'd bring you an update video just kind of explaining what I wanted to do on the account. Now most of you don't really know the aims of this account, so I will probably just explain those now for you. There's a few short-term aims here, some long-term aims, and some eventual aims. Now I'll let you read through them as I just speak out. The first thing I wanted was a hand cannon. That was like the first primary goal that I wanted for this account. Now, since then I have got a few extra things such as the Xanax crossbow, a granite maul, which was quite useful, but the hand cannon was the main thing which we've got. Second of all would be some rune gloves. Now rune gloves, they have a decent amount of stats and they're retrievable upon death, so I can just run back and get them, and that's quite useful. I might want some barrows gloves as well, so I'll just type that here. I also wanted to get 45 defense because I was planning on being a Zerk, however you say it, and that's because, you know, it's quite good. I can get the Berserker helmet, and that would be quite useful to PK with, the extra defense. I was considering getting 50 because it's a nice rounded number, but I don't think I'll get 50. And a green cash stack. Now most of you know that I am quite poor. Yeah, that's like all the money I have left, besides this, where is it, my dragon hatchet. Aside from that, I am quite poor. Now I'll just minimize that. That's not the minimize button. There we go. And yeah, I do want a green cash stack, that would be quite useful. What else do I need? Moving on to the long-term ones, barrows gloves would be quite useful, and that requires 176 quest points. Now that's quite a lot to get, so I will be working on that for the long term. Another main one was the max non-degradable strength bonus, which basically means I have to get a fire cape, or that new thing that's coming out, I'm not sure if I'll do that, and some defenders. Now that means I actually have to go no life some castle walls. Thirdly in this section would be a faithful shield. The only reason I want that is because of the prayer bonus and the particle effects, because it just looks pretty good and it just, you know, shows me off. In terms of PK stats, I want 90 plus range just to hit a bit higher, and 80s plus strength because that kind of couples with it so I can hit higher, and 94 mage, which is mainly for ice barrage and vengeance. You know, good stuff. One of the kind of questionable aims would be turmoil. Because I can't afford it currently, it's quite expensive. I don't know, like 200-300 mil, depending how many bots there are. Might go up, might go down, but that was kind of in my consideration because, well, turmoil, soul split, that stuff, it's pretty useful. And then I'm moving on to eventual aims. Now this is like after like maybe a year or so, maybe a couple years if I'm still a nerd, and this is just majority of the quests and the tasks complete. And what else is there? 2k total level. That's going to be a massive aim if I actually get that, because, well, to get 2k total level, that's like at least 80 in each skill on average, I think. And yeah, that's quite a lot. Another one would be a rare. Now I have actually had a rare on a previous account. If you go scroll back in my channel, you'll find someone called Bomes, or TIM, or Tifu, and funnily enough, that's me because it's my channel. And I did have a rare on there, and I don't really have it anymore. Anyway, moving on. The last thing would be a trimmed skill cape, or skill capes. Now you may notice that I'm woodcutting at the moment. I may make an update video saying what I've done, but I'm currently working on woodcutting because I've been quite busy doing a lot of work, especially like art and geography, because they take time, and this has just gone up slowly. I think 2 days ago I was about 50 woodcutting, now I'm 73, purely from just chopping ivy and wasting my skull boots, which I probably shouldn't have done, and I should probably have saved them for agility, but it's just been going up. And in terms of skill capes, there's quite a few. I don't know if you can see my skills tab here, but I have quite a few relatively high stats, and I might decide just to get a few of them to 99 eventually, because I know that cooking takes like a week, fire making takes like a week, Woodcutting takes like a month, but I mean, in a couple of years, I might just decide, yes, I want a skill cape to show off my nerdiness, and I might decide to get one. So yeah, on a last note, I've decided to make these update videos on my account roughly every 2 weeks as suggested. That's because it allows me to get a good decent amount of clips and kind of compromise as well, because I don't want it to go on too long and to bore you with videos, or lengthy videos anyway, but I'll just make one every 2 weeks because I'll get a decent amount of levels in 2 weeks unless I'm dead, which isn't going to happen. So yeah, every 2 weeks. And there was one more thing I wanted to mention. Oh yes, friendships. Yeah, I don't have too many friends on here because most of the time my public's on hide, my private's off, and I don't really talk much because it's just AFK skills. But I want to make a shout out to 8BS, who's probably the best friend I've had on this account, and 1JS as well, because he's also a good friend. And lastly to Sammy Chung, who's a bit of a noob. Yeah, that's it for shoutouts. So yeah, leave me a rate, what else is there? Comment as well. Comment, that's like the main thing, telling me what I should and shouldn't do, anything that I may have missed perhaps, and subscribe, because I will be trying to make videos roughly at least once a week for the next month or so, unless my Windows Movie Maker decides that it's going to shit on my face. So yeah, I'll see you guys next video.